I don't know. I'm still seeing the old one. Is it better now, guys?
Is it an old one on your phone?
Yeah, so far so good. All right.
So far, so good?
Yeah. I don't know what happened the first time.
I think we set that stream up too early. I don't know, something got hung up.
So yeah, so the story is John's not here today. He's doing a gig. I think a wedding actually, because he plays a bunch of different instruments. So he does a bunch of gigs through the summer. And we said, all right, let's just go ahead and do it ourselves. And that's why this is happening. But we were actually doing water change right about to now, so it was a last minute thing. But we're here. So how's everyone doing tonight? John's actually really good. I've watched him play one time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get online here. Let's see.
Warian Talk TV.
There we go.
Oh, turn it. Yeah, turn it. Big dog looking D's for the fight. Man, talk to Joey, man.
A lot of hype going on here.
We might have to make it happen. Herb Roy. What's up, guys? I've been a huge fan since I started to watching you. Thank you, Herb. George Kane. What's up, Rod? And Kevin. What's up, George?
What's up, George? Would you keep a giant Mekong catfish with your Peruns in your display tank?
If we could, yeah.
If somebody gives us one.
I know, right? If we find one somewhere.
That's it. Somebody just has to give us one.
But they honestly look like iridescent sharks. I've seen them before. At that size, they look just like iridescent sharks.
I think the Peruns look way better.
Yeah.
Their body shape, they're sleeker.
It's just the
cooler
Mekong
looking.
is giant, so people think like, wow, it's amazing because of the size.
Yeah, to me, it's big and ugly.
I would keep. See, I like monster fish, ugly monster fish. Fajai likes the pretty stuff like stingrays, colorful fish, But like me, I would have get an alligator gar to the size of this table, and I'll be like, damn, that looks insane.
But there has to be some appeal. Okay, if you ask me to choose between an alligator gar and the Mekong, I would choose alligator.
Because of the teeth and,
yeah,
it looks
there's
like
cool things about it. But the Mekong is just big.
It's a cat. You don't really care for catfish.
It's like
It's just the fact that it's a
10-foot
Mekong. Okay.
Channel cat.
So
who cares?
Okay, but see, in the monster community, now we have our own community. You know how you have like the Siamese datnoid for like, especially Asians, they're like crazy for it, right? Because it's a Siamese, even though it might look like an Indo, it's a Siamese. I think the Mekong is the same thing, constant for monster fish keepers. It's like I have the true Mekong catfish in my hand.
Okay, so if you had to choose between a Mekong and a Peruun, which would you choose?
Me, Peruun.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So, because there's more appeal. Okay. Let's see. What's the best freshwater ray to start with, Rod or Kevin?
Kayla. So that's for you.
I think nowadays captive bred rays is a good pick for anybody, right? In the past, there used to be beginner rays and advanced rays because they were coming out of wild, and wild rays are much harder to deal with. Right? Same thing. We got the flower rays. We struggled with them because they're hard to keep. And that's why you don't see many in the hobby. Sometimes even just a regular Matoro out of the wild, they're harder because you don't know what they went through. So a captive bred ray has been taken care of in good health and good condition since birth.
Depends on.
Yeah, it depends on where it comes from also, right? What kind of level of care. But I think nowadays you can go Matoro, you can go Pearl, you can go hybrid Matoros. You're all good there. Black Diamonds, you can't go wrong.
I think if it's the first, go for something that's not super expensive to learn from it. Because if you start, thank you. Look at that, bro. You didn't even get me a water.
No.
Thank you, boss.
So
you go to the gym before me today. It's okay. Thank you.
There's two ways of thinking to that one, because the amount of money you put into the ray.
Did you tell Oi to watch the water back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The amount of money and effort you put into it, you might as well put into it it's something that you really want.
Right, but if they don't know how to keep that animal,
correct,
they might lose, a very expensive animal.
Yeah, but that was true back in the day when a black diamond or even just a normal Leopoldi was like $2,000 and then a Matoro was $300, right? So, okay, I don't want to spend $2,000 and gamble that, but nowadays you can get a black diamond for $500, a lower grade one. You might even get it as low as like $400, and a good one for $800. Matoros are still at $300. They haven't changed in price.
Right.
So, a couple $100 more, get what you want, and be happy. Because later on, you're just going to want to get rid of the Matoro or have no space for the Matoro, and you'll end up not really getting like that black diamond you've always wanted.
So I have a couple questions that people ask. Do we do payment plans? So like if they want an albino stingray.
Okay, so that's tricky too, right? Of course, I would love to do a payment plan, right? But do we send them the ray first or the animal first?
And they have to pay first.
See, they have to pay first. So what happens now? We're left with the responsibility of keeping that animal alive and healthy until they're done paying, which could be a month, 2 months, depending on how you set up that plan.
What about the website?
And it's not right.
Can they do it through a website? And they pay a third party? And
yes,
that third
through
party
the website, there's a third party. The Shopify, you can apply for payments. I think it's not really a credit check, but there is a limit to how much you can do, and you pay them. And honestly,
we lose money though.
Yeah, it's to your advantage because they charge us the commission on it. I don't know if they might charge them a little bit, but we know for sure that we get charged it. And I think I'd rather do it that way because if we hold on to the animal for them for a month before they're done paying or 2 months, that's the same as the commission that we're paying, the third party. And we don't get the animal out. What happens if the animal dies? Anything could happen. Power outage, somebody trips out a wire, bad heater. Anything can go wrong. We can't be responsible for that animal because technically, you're committed to it.
Right.
And then I know what happens. Then people don't feel right to keep paying for it for something they never even received.
Right. So I know us too. We wouldn't charge and be like, it would
becomes
take the loss.
A very hairy situation, and we've got enough problems to deal with. And keeping track of it, too, is another thing. So, yeah, I don't like that idea.
What's up with the teacup stingrays?
Teacup stingrays.
He said he's seen it on eBay. Let's look it up.
Let's look it up on eBay. Teacups is not a real species. It's a name for what they call a small ray. And back in the days when we weren't captive breeding rays and coming out of the wild, usually it was a reticulatus ray, which tends to come in really small, and it just picked up on the nickname teacup ray. But now that there's captive bred rays going on,
this looks like a hybrid to me.
No, it looks like it's a reticulated. If you look at the pattern, it's most likely a reticulated, and it's wild. It has to be wild. But yeah, see, it's cheap, but most likely is you're going to lose it. There's a very high chance of you losing it.
Why? Because they're hard to...
Rays coming out of the wild, especially small rays, they're hard to keep them alive because like any young animal, they cannot be starved for so long. So the whole process from being caught from the river all the way until you receive it is ideally... it's probably at least 2 weeks, right? And if it's sat at the exporter for a while, it could be even longer. And if they didn't take care of it, it gets skinnier and skinnier. And then the ray starts to shut down. Internally, their organs shut down, and then you have a hard time getting them to eat. If you get them to come around and eat, then you're good. But if you can't get them to come around and eat, they just melt away. And I'm sure anyone out there who've had that experience will see, oh, my ray's just not eating, and it's getting skinnier, and the disc is lifting, and that's just the whole process of the ray shutting down.
Excuse me. IEP, I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
So what's up with those turtles?
What turtles?
I'm sure he's talking about the fly ripper.
I don't know. He could be talking about the soft shell.
Soft shells, they're here. So I'm sure he's asking, like, what's up? When are they coming?
Those turtles, we are now at the stage of booking the flight. The CITES document has been approved, okay? We're waiting to get the original. So, we've got the online approval. Everything's been cleared, accepted. But we have to get the physical document to do the export. So we're waiting for that physical document. It's being mailed. Once the exporter receives it, then the next step is to book the flight. Okay.
There's only one flight a week.
There's only one flight a week, and that flight tends to get really full, whether it's from passenger luggage, and cargo. Okay. So it's getting the space. Now, it shouldn't be a problem getting the space because turtles is not like fish. They don't occupy as much space. But you never know. Sometimes just things happen, certain situations, and the airline says, oh, well, we're not accepting live this week or for 2 weeks. So we're at that stage. We're at the last leg, okay? And we're at the final stretch. You see the finish line right there. We're almost there. All right, so guys, sit tight. You're not going to be disappointed.
Well, there's some people that said, hey, I don't want to wait, and we just refunded them.
Understood,
but once they're here, we're going to have to sell them for more.
Yes. I mean, basically is you pre-ordered, prepaid to hold your turtle, hold your spot, right? And if you elect to get your refund, no problem. We'll refund you right away. No questions asked because we understand you've been very patient with us and we don't want to, overstay, or
welcome.
Overstep, that courtesy. So if you want your money back, not a problem. But after they come in, you say, hey, I want it now.
For that price.
It's kind of like you stepped off the line of, you stepped out of the buffet line. So you have to get back to the end. All right. Andy is saying, hey guys, I have 2 Oscars together and one of them started bullying the other one to the point where they killed that other one. They grew up together, so I don't have any idea what happened. Maturity happened.
I think so. Maybe like they got big and not enough space. Maybe there were 2 males or 2 females and then they started fighting. It's crazy. Fish changes overnight. Kayla said, we have a 2-foot alligator gar. What would be good choice for tank mates? It's tough. Alligator gars are great fish, but the problem is they can eat other fish. And I've had alligator gars up to 5 feet, and they'll just take chunks out of fish just to try to eat them. Even though they can't swallow them.
They'll still take a whack at them, and they'll injure them.
Yeah.
So even though you could have another 2-foot fish in that tank, even a 3-foot fish, but if they take a bite and grab onto that tail for a little bit and damage them, then that's it. So it's tough.
I think an arapaima, bigger fish, big red tail, big fish that are more hardy.
Or fast. I think fast fish would help.
No, dude, I had a lynx that were over 24 inches in Florida, and I had the platinum gar, and he took a chunk out of it. And you lynx are always swimming.
Well, maybe at night, is it do the lens sit at the bottom?
No, but that's why I leave the night light on.
Yeah.
So gars, alligator gars especially, like we just got in a bunch of long nose gars. They're not aggressive at all. Mm-hmm. Florida gars are not aggressive. Talking about Florida gar, if you want an albino Florida gar, we were able to come across a true albino Florida gar, which is insane. But
we got some special fish coming. People are going to have to open up their wallets a little bit.
But see, the problem is like when those fish come in, then we don't want to sell them.
Yeah, well, when there's only one, then we don't want to sell them. But when there's a few available, we make it available. But people understand that we're the first ones to get it, and it's expensive.
We lost one this week that it would have been great for the showroom. Mm-hmm. It was a golden wolffish, and they showed me a picture. They showed me a video. It looked amazing. So I agreed to the price that they gave me. And not even the next day, he jumped out of the tank. I'm like, man, why?
That's not the first time. Remember that time there was a really nice luteus also? Mm-hmm. And then it jumped out? But the luteus, you don't expect to jump out. The wolffish, they should have covered it. They should know.
The problem is these people, they eat these animals. So they don't know how to keep them alive, Oh, King of DIY, $20 for you to eat more chicken nuggets, Kevin.
All right, well, somebody's got to have them delivered. I've been...
Joey might come here and deliver them, bro.
Well, he can go online and order and have it delivered. The address is 750 Montauk Highway. I haven't eaten lunch today yet.
Don't do it, bro. I'm trying to save him from getting a heart attack.
And let's gamble if I'm going to bite into something nasty in it.
Can't do it.
Yeah, actually, I've been good. I haven't had it in a while.
But, you know, some people might not know, Joey and I have been talking about a boxing match between the two of us. We're thinking about maybe getting a whole card of other YouTubers to be on the same, team and fight. I think it would be cool. Like I told him, I'm not a boxer. I just started doing it recently. Fighting in the street and fighting boxing is two different things. It is. Look at Jesse. Jesse's what, 5'4"?
Uh-huh.
He can kick all of our asses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's been doing it for 20 something years. So it doesn't, size don't matter. At boxing like that, Andy said, did Paul buy a fish while he was there? No, he's full of fish.
Rob Erico's asking Joey to build him a plywood tank.
Look, imagine this, right? We figure out when we're going to do the grand opening. We do a grand opening. We do the boxing match, and then we do an after party after.
Sounds like a plan.
Right? Sounds like a mini Monster Fish Bash right there.
I was gonna say, we were cleaning yesterday, and there's just so much aquarium junk here that I have no idea where to put it. And it's little things that I save, like little aquarium UVs that I had when I used to build those Gararoo, those Dr. Fish tanks where you dip your feet in. I used to build those too. That's why you when you cleaned up, you saw those little UVs, right? But I don't want to throw it away either. They're good, brand new practically. And I'm like, should we do like just a fish equipment giveaway out front?
Yeah.
Or some, and just pick a day and say, hey guys, anyone local, you want stuff, it's just out there, because I'm just throwing it in the trash right now.
The nets that we found, we're like, oh, give it to kids, let them go to the beach and play with it. And better just give it to somebody than throw it away.
Yeah.
Joey said, Rod is taller, way bigger, younger. I feel like I can still win. You can't. You can't, trust me. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I hate to say this, but between you being bigger and Joey probably being quicker, I always favor the quicker.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anybody that in the boxing there, they said they'd rather fight a bigger guy because they're slower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, anything can happen. I was
so sorry, but Joey, I'm on your side on this one. If I was gonna bet,
then if you win, you're gonna eat chicken nuggets with him and take my place on the live.
I'll pump him full of chicken nuggets. Okay.
I ain't gonna do it.
I'll put it in the shake.
Right. Snert Gonzo said, "True, Joey. Plus, the size of his neck acts like a shock absorber. I think that's what he's trying to say. So I won't feel it because the neck it's like a cushion."
But I saw something on Instagram the other day. It was a fight between this huge, like really fat black guy, and then this like really tiny, skinny guy.
Oh, that was beginning of UFC.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
and he clocked the big guy pretty good. But then once the big guy got a grip of him, he like threw him like through the gate and out the ring.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's different. Boxing, you have rules. You can't just grab somebody. You know what I mean? It's speed is what it's at. But I think it would be cool because I see a lot of people vouching for him. I see a lot of people vouching for me.
Yeah, if you get a hold of him, then you're gonna win. But
I can't. I can't grab him. This is not.
You can't?
No, it's boxing. It's just straight up. Yeah. So. I think Joey will buy you a year off. I can see that happening. Scally said, Rod, you got no stamina, bro. No, I might have more than you think, Scally.
Carlos says hi.
Carlos. Yeah, bro. Stop calling me Rob.
Who's calling you Rob?
Joey.
Joey? Oh.
I'm going to start calling you Jonathan. He already has it all planned out. He said he's going to get me tired for the first 3 rounds, and then he's going to start fighting. But the first 3 rounds, he's just going to get me tired. Oh man. Do you plan to exhibit black gobies?
What black gobies?
I don't know. I think probably not.
And then someone's asking any frontosas coming in anytime soon.
We got black widows right now.
Yeah, we've had them for a while. They're doing really well.
Oh my God, bro! Did you see what Ohio Fish Rescue said?
What?
Joey, I just took a nice shower. Smell like Pantene. Want to cuddle? I think that's Big Rich. Veronica. Hello, Rod and Kevin. Hi, Veronica. How are you? E46. That's a good question. What's the hottest water temperature you've seen a monster fish handle in a hot summer?
I think it depends on the fish.
Dude, wait. Remember last year? This place was like 100-something degrees. Paddlefish, sturgeon.
I'm sure our water hit like 96 degrees.
Yeah, they were fine. They were fine.
But it depends. It's like some fish can handle it. Did we lose something?
We lost, but because the water level.
Yeah, not that. Or maybe it was in LA. I forgot. There was something.
I never lost a fish like to heat like that.
Maybe like I had a heater malfunction.
Heater malfunction, yeah.
And then some fish survived, and like I guess that's a true test, right? Where the water's like almost boiling hot.
Yeah, no, that's.
And
fun.
I think like at least for rays, like I think I lost my P14s, but then some other I forgot which is which. It's been a while. Some fish survived, some fish didn't, or I lost the datnoids. And
where's Lisa? Oh, yo, crazy child.
Okay, put it down. Okay, you want to come out, man? Yeah. What do you want? You want this? You want it up here? I'll put it right here. Okay. Oh no, up! You want to come up? Go ahead, come up.
Is there a call-in line, Joey? I don't know how to operate this thing. If John was here, I'm sure we could do
we
it.
We can't put it on the table, buddy.
Maybe we can set it up for next Thursday. Hey, but today we just don't. My God, babe, you gotta take this kid out of here. I'm just kidding. Come here. What? You see his new game now? Watch this. Ready? Hey, Ryan. Oh, he said on my mic. Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, we're here.
No, hold on. Ryan, look. Ring, ring.
Fish
ring.
house.
Hey, how are you? Look, he hung up. See that?
Huh?
So, hello, ring, ring. Oh, yeah, okay, now everybody. What? You hung up on me? All night last night. That's what he's doing. How does he know you go boop to hang up, you know?
He's going to boop your mic.
No, stop booping the mic. Hello?
Yeah, you're off. Yeah. Just push the button.
Do that again? That quick?
Yeah.
Holy. Hey, his hands are fast. Here. Oh.
We got a hello from Fish House from Sri Lanka. It's 4 a.m. there. Well, good morning to you. Joey says, what was this? I'm going to drive down before winter. Paul S. is asking, will stingrays still breed if I add an NTT, I guess, datnoid, not datong? Yeah. Stingrays, nothing's really going to stop them from breeding if they want to breed, as long as there's enough space in the tank. The other animals don't really get in the way.
Which species do you think is the easiest one to breed?
Probably Matoros and pearls. Yeah. Mr. VAT19 is asking what's up with the FRTs. So I answered that like 5 minutes ago.
He probably
10
wasn't
minutes
there.
ago. Yeah.
So we got the CITES. Everything's good to go. Right now we're waiting for the original CITES to reach to the supplier so he can book a flight to ship it over.
Yes.
Now there's only one flight a week from this country. So it's usually what, Thursdays?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're trying to see if it's going to be this Thursday. Today's Thursday, so it have to be next Thursday.
Hopefully, yeah.
Didn't you text me yesterday say our bad luck is coming in? Tell him why.
No, I can't. I can't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. When you guys, Carlos, you keep
We'll say
asking
it
for
one
a stock
day.
video. All right, we'll do a stock video.
We were supposed to do one today, and we just got super busy. We'll do one tomorrow.
Yeah, we actually have to push some fish out this week, so let's do one tomorrow.
We just made a huge shipment, didn't we? The huge order.
Huge.
How many boxes?
I don't know, but even the supplier was like, "Okay, let's stop," and the supplier never says that. Dub T is asking, "Are fly river turtles legal in California?" From what I know, yes.
Brian Gillen said, "My tank has a heavy bio load, and my pH constantly drops quick. I've been doing water changes about 20 tips." Okay, this is a good question.
Yes, you can have you
Crushed
got this one,
coral, right?
Yeah.
Crushed coral helps. But I did learn that as well in Florida. Like if we fed the monster fish and we didn't do water changes, well, at least once a week, the pH would drop and then ammonia would end up spiking up. But here our pH is low to begin with. So what we do to help is we just add crushed coral to all the tanks, and it helps.
Okay. So let me add a little bit more. Basically, what that happens, either your natural water source, it doesn't have a high buffering capacity, so that's the KH. All right. So if your KH is low, we add the crushed coral, or you can add limestone, anything that has calcium and magnesium to help raise the buffering capacity. Then your pH won't drop. If your situation is not that, but it just you have a heavy bio load in general and you're not doing enough water changes. Oh, he has been doing twice a week. Okay, so if you're doing twice a week,
that's a lot.
To raise, I guess really the question is, what is your hardness? If your hardness is low, it's like chasing your tail. So you need to break that cycle, or maybe something in the filter you haven't cleaned in a long time. And there's just a lot of organic debris in there that's constantly using up the buffering capacity. So maybe you should do a good cleaning there as well. So between crushed coral, cleaning your tanks, that should solve it.
Do you think maybe the filtration is not handling the load?
No, it is handling it. And what happens is when the filter is breaking down ammonia, it needs calcium and magnesium as part of the process, right? And that process also creates a byproduct, which is humic acid or some kind of acid. So that's why more acid means the pH is dropping. So that whole balance is just off. So you need more calcium and magnesium to help hold the pH and prevent the tank from crashing.
So get it like a laundry bag, fill up with crushed coral, and put in the sump.
You can do that too, and then you'll see it slowly disappears on its own because the acidity from the water is dissolving the calcium.
Kayla said if we want a bowfin,
just one,
a 15-inch bowfin. Kayla, if you can send us an email after this, livefish@predatoryfins.com, we can talk more. Are we cutting off, or the mic is fine?
You sound fine on the headphones.
Yeah.
Okay, Scally, your phone sucks. I missed Paul Cafaro's live stream.
Yeah, that was last week.
They could watch it, right?
Yeah,
they can go back and watch it.
It's up live on the new podcast, Scaled Up.
Oh, okay. Is it up already? I didn't even know it was up.
Mm-hmm. We got to do a live for the members. Now we found out that we can do a live on the phone.
Yes.
So we can take you guys around and show everything that we're doing here. We're actually pretty, we're coming forward to the front part of the building now, right? Mm-hmm. We ordered the second water container. What is that, 2,500 or 2,000 gallons?
2,000, like 22 or 22.
So we have about 4,000 gallons to store water,
yep.
Right? And now once they're here, we can plumb through the whole entire warehouse. We have water everywhere that we need. That should take us about a week, no? To run all the pipes?
Yeah. Only a couple of days, really. It's pretty quick. So it just make sure I have all the parts.
We're talking about each tank have their own valve, right?
Well, no. What it is I go to a natural stopping point and then put a ball valve there. right? So that way, later on, when we want to run to that system, I can just connect from there. We don't have to shut down the water. That's why I remember in LA, I had ball valves everywhere, like on this side, that side, here and there, so that if I wanted to work on this part, I can just shut off water on this part, and water still goes everywhere else.
But I'm saying like the tanks in the back where we're using now. Are we gonna put an individual valve to each tank, or we're gonna
the Ray tanks? Yes, but the little tanks that I haven't decided yet. If we're gonna centralize it, then it would only be one.
Okay.
It wouldn't be on each individual tank, right? So I would just run the line over across to the other side, and then just put a ball valve there and stop, and then we figure out, are we just going to do one line? Because there's no point for us to do all the work into every single tank,
and then
take it all apart, and then buy all those ball valves, and it's all garbage again.
Death Charger said, "Did you name the blue ring octopus Octopus Prime?" I think that's a good name. I think we should just keep that name.
Suan asked a good question. She's saying, "Are we doing the show and tell tonight?" We said we were doing some kind of show and tell. John mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Like lining up something.
I think it might be tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Is it?
But he said he was going to work on it.
Okay. What was that supposed to be? Like people showing us photos of their tanks,
or
and we talk about it?
Either they send us videos of the tank and we put it up,
okay,
or we'll probably FaceTime them and take a look because these are all members.
Yeah, probably receiving videos and doing, because that's a little bit better. I think the first time when we did that live thing, it dragged on a little bit when people didn't want to get off. All right, so it became pretty long.
Kevin Trappin sent us $20. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Let's get ready to rumble. I mean, let's go. Jacob, hey Rod, how can I get my 9-inch red tail to eat feeder fish?
Huh? That should be red tail cat, I'm assuming.
Wait, but it depends. So if you're talking about 9-inch red tail and he's trying to feed like little tiny feeder fish, he might have a hard time catching them.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, there's no need to feed the live feeders. A catfish will eat just about anything, unless you just want to do it for the fun of it. I don't see like any additional benefit of feeding live other than it costs you more money.
High Desert Bass and Cats. How do a Brachyplatystoma catfish do together? I just got a Violante. They were fine. I kept the Violantes, Capapetrons, Piraibas. Actually, I'm working on a shipment of true Piraibas coming in. Mm-hmm. They're all fine. All these catfish, what they really need is food and space. You give them food and space, and they should be fine together.
The one you're working on is coming from Brazil or Suriname?
Brazil. But it's like right there between Brazil and Suriname. Scally said, "Where's John? Is he out serial killing again?" Have you heard about the serial killer here?
No.
They just caught him not long ago. Like he was taking girls to a beach here and just killing them.
They caught him not too long ago, or I think
he's been doing it for like 10 years.
There's a case, right?
Yeah.
They just tried it or something, right?
They just caught him. They just caught him. Like
they just caught him. Oh, okay.
I think that's why Scally's messing around. So it's gonna be tomorrow.
Okay.
The members. You guys look exhausted, Mr. Payne. We are. We're actually gonna go to Florida for Animal Con, and hopefully we take a day or so to enjoy with the family. We definitely have a lot of plans to start traveling and filming more once this place is done, but it's hard for us to leave when it's like this. Our bills here are not little.
We need somebody to manage this place.
Yeah,
right?
but we need to be completely open and then have somebody that be like, all right, you run the show when we're not here. How is the big saltwater tank coming along? It's doing very well. It's going to be 18 grand to put it back together, which we hesitated, because like, damn, $18,000 just to put that tank back together. But they're reinforcing it. They're making it look brand new. And they're going to make it a lot easier. If we ever have to cut it down again and move, they're going to make it a lot easier to do that. So we decided to go on with it, just to put the sharks and whatever other crazy stuff we come along. But I'm excited. I think the big freshwater tank, the big saltwater tank, are going to be two of the main displays here, and then we're going to have smaller tanks, which are still pretty big, with all the rare. We get offered so much rare fish that it's like we don't have a place for it. Like today they offer him something. I'm like, just get it another time.
Okay. You see, Joey just threw up a little challenge for our viewers here, and it should be really easy. He goes, if this video gets 200 likes in the next 5 minutes, he'll drive down here to New York by the end of this month, which would be next week, right? End of the month is next week?
Next week.
Oh, no. Okay, it's August 3rd. okay, so
yeah.
End of August.
Damn,
and
we're
there's
already in August.
Oh, I was going to say, our viewers there was 219 people viewing, so if everyone just hit like right now, he would come, but the views just dropped down to 195.
Come for my birthday, Joey. Come give me a gift.
All right, I think there's like, 3 minutes left.
Why haven't Phantom Red Tails been available recently? Last New York City. Well, since you're here every day, I figure you would know this answer. But unfortunately, the males that produce those phantoms passed away.
Who is Glass NYC?
I think he's in New York.
Okay.
Oh, in NYC, New York. But he's every week. He always picking on you. And then he picks
when
on
you
me.
say he's here every day, I thought maybe he was somebody that
On
came
the
by
live.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we came across that, and it was like opportunity of a lifetime, and unfortunately they let the male die, and it was just one regular red-tailed catfish that produced all the white ones, and there was a female as well. The female is still alive. They try, with his brothers, with his offsprings, but it didn't happen. So I don't think they'll come around anymore. I mean, maybe a few pieces here and there, but not like that year. That was insane, right?
We kind of like banked certain things on that, and then things fell apart.
When is the big freshwater tank coming in? Hopefully end of September.
And then Ailipi, is that how you pronounce it? Can both breeds of turtles you will have live together?
Oh, probably the albino, soft shell, and the fly river.
Few people have asked, and I don't know. I would go with a generic answer that if you have enough space, and they can avoid each other, not like be in each other's face, you minimize your chance. But there's very high probability that they don't care about each other at all.
We thought that they were going to be fighting in there. They're not. They're
All right, how's
making
this?
love every day.
We'll test it for you guys. When the fly rivers come in, hopefully next week, we'll put one with. We'll take two of them, put them in one of the 40 gallons, and see what happens. If they get along, then we'll give you guys the answer.
He said, "When is my birthday?" He's not buying me anything. He's coming to buy fish. It's August 18th. Paul said, "Can't wait for the store to open. I'm planning on making a trip from Colorado." So this is what I think is cool. Imagine if we do all this at the grand opening. People fly from all over. They get to see their favorite YouTuber. They get to see the fight, and they get to enjoy the after party. Imagine us doing the grand opening after the fight. Everybody has like black eyes, busted lip.
Yeah, well, you can do the fight like how they set it up. We'll get a venue, and then it's at that location.
No, that's what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay, like
We
that.
can
Yeah.
where the place where they were fighting on Sunday, talking about the gym next door. They you can put 700 people in there. That's a decent amount.
Okay.
700 people, and then you have the pay-per-view and the after party. I think it's gonna be. I think we can make it a really cool event.
Yeah, I think that sounds like fun. It'll be like back in my party days. So they're saying I think they're saying there's a problem with the stream again.
Again, that nothing we're doing wrong here.
It keeps cutting out.
Maybe it's the internet.
It could be, yeah. Even on my screen, see, it's like.
Oh yeah, mine's black right now. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry.
Maybe it is our internet here. Because even my phone signal is a little bit low. It could. All right, guys. It could be on our end.
But we're on Wi-Fi though.
Yeah,
You think that's on Wi-Fi?
it is. It has to be. Works fine. Just back out and go back in.
Again?
Buffering, losing people. Oh yeah, to see all the people dropping. It was at 200 something. Now it's down to 138 on my phone. 106.
Well,
We should talk to the internet company because we paid for that. Was it the 1 gig service? It's not cheap, so we shouldn't have this problem. And the Wi-Fi is right above us.
here, turn the Wi-Fi on your phone off. Maybe that'll help. I don't think there's any point of getting out and coming back in. It's already 6:48.
Yeah, it's only 10 more minutes left. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, Joey, I got you on the Fly River, bro. I think by the time you come here, they'll definitely be here. See, then one day John's not here. We gotta blame him.
Yeah, no. Just looking at something else too. We got that big shipment we were talking about. The air freight prices went up. Ridiculous.
A lot more?
Double. Like back to pandemic prices, double. I don't understand why. Stuff like that kills us.
Well, the freight costs?
Well, you're trying to move forward, right? And then things go backwards. Joey saying only 700 seats. It's going to be some expensive tickets.
Yep.
Well, what do you want it at Madison Square Garden? Oh my God.
That could be the next one.
Yeah. It's a small, intimate setting. Even 700 people is a lot.
That's decent.
It's a lot.
Rod versus Branton. I couldn't do it, brother. He's got to fight Paul. John Sabotage. Yeah, right. Who would be the other fighters? Man, I don't know. We got to find people that'll be willing to go up there.
I think 2 other matchups besides you and him would be good.
At least 5 more. Six fights. Because
That's a lot.
Fights can go quick.
True.
They could go very quick, and it's like a whole event like gone like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then after it's over, then everyone just party and drink.
All right, so the internet's back on again. It's plugged in direct to the router. I have no idea. It never happened before, so I don't know why this is happening.
Is he really? He's plugged in direct?
Yeah.
He pulled the cable through?
Uh-huh. Dub T said, "I want to see somebody choke out, catch them all." That can't fight, man. You know, I was talking to Joey. It would be a lot easier for us to fight somebody you don't like.
Yeah,
You
Paul
know?
was saying that too. Like he has to like not like somebody to
Yeah,
get
it's
that
like-
anger behind it.
Yeah, like how can I really like hit you so hard? You know, like if I like you, you know.
If he connects one, you're gonna get
Right,
angry.
I'm sure. When
It'll come.
we're at that moment and we know we're going at it, it's
Yeah.
different. But like, I'd rather do it with somebody I don't really like.
Yeah.
You know, there's not many people out there that I don't like, but I probably have like a good 5 that I would love to.
Slapping challenges. That'd be funny.
No, that one I won't do it.
That's
I
hilarious.
would lose my mind on that one. I can't do it. Dude, I've seen people get slapped and not even like make a face.
Yeah.
You know? Can you read Joey's comment?
Or maybe do some more friendly more friendly matchups instead of boxing. Maybe arm wrestling, little things.
I got you. For you. For you, I'm gonna do a chest competition.
A chest competition.
Yeah.
Like what?
Chess, so people can.
Oh, chess?
Yeah,
nah, that's boring. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, if you do some arm wrestling matchups, like people don't want to fight each other.
Yeah.
You know, so like all these other matchups that people are suggesting, maybe it's just like an arm wrestling thing. It's a little bit more friendly and you know, I think people can get behind it.
Yeah, but the fighting thing, it's fun too. It's still a sport.
Want me to read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I come on Rod's birthday,
it's just weird, right? Just starts weird already.
Yes, it starts
purely by timing.
Purely by timing. So your timing's got to be good on when you know,
come over.
I'm not his gift. You. Yeah, I see. It's hard to read this thing and not think the wrong way. And I'm not showing him it.
See?
Maybe just the tip.
Joey's strange. He's a strange man. He's a strange man.
Maybe he's giving you a reason to hate him a little bit so that he can get behind the fight.
Kevin, you can be the ring announcer.
Okay. No problem.
Joshua Edison, how much is freight roughly to Florida? It depends where you are, north or south of Florida. Could be anywhere from 45 to 65, right? Also depending on the size of the box.
Small box or big box. Rob is saying Kevin versus chicken nuggets. We all know who's gonna win.
The chicken nuggets.
Yeah. In the end, with heart attack and everything else, yeah, they'll chicken nugget. But you know, at that moment, I'll win.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. Oh, look, Chris Redhead said reason for freight costs went up is due to the company Yellow, which was the biggest freight company out there. They went out of business and filed for bankruptcy. Huh.
And that would affect, but I think Yellow is a trucking company, right? That would affect airlines because our stuff is coming air cargo.
What up, Stumpy?
Blake and Paul. I think Paul said he didn't want to fight Blake, that they're two good friends. Freddie said, can I be Kelly's punching bag?
Who's Kelly?
Which Kelly? Zach, old Kelly?
Oh.
Okay, Facebook, J Tropics is asking when's the next shipment and what's coming. We're in a little holding period right now in between shipments, but things should start coming again next week.
Yep.
Right now it's Blake versus Gas Bubbles. He can always pop him.
How is there? I haven't talked to him anymore.
I don't know.
Hopefully it's getting better. You could be the DJ, bro.
Yeah, I'm out of practice.
Joshua Anderson said, thanks, guys. Much love. No problem, brother. Exotic Fins SG. Hey, Rod and Kev, how are the leucistic peacock bass?
How rare.
How rare or how are?
How rare.
Damn, I can't even see right anymore.
Yeah.
They're pretty rare if they're Rio.
Yeah, we've come across a couple, and our partner in Asia has come across a couple, but the ones he came across were captive bred. The ones we came across were wild. So, and you see him pop up on social media, like photos once in a while.
John Stride. This is probably OG in the business here. If you guys top Vincent Wu's collection, when the exhibit's done, that would be legendary.
Yes.
It's hard to top Vincent.
Well,
I think we're gonna have the same stuff, but to top that off is gonna be hard.
yeah, I think eventually, we could get there. Look, it all comes down to when the fish is available, you just got to jump on it right away. So with Vince, whenever it was available, he did. And a lot of those animals came through our hands because we were the ones that would bring it in for him, right? So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get those type of animals and more. Just takes
But
time.
he pretty much had everything out there. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing more.
Yeah.
You know.
Correct.
Joey said he'll beat you in chess. Easy work.
Okay, no problem. In my old age, I'm starting to get brain fog.
I think it's the chicken nuggets that are doing it.
Probably.
Why no more large albino tapajos? Jay Tropics is asking.
Okay, so the very first time we brought them in, I don't even remember, Rod. They were pretty big. They were like this size, and then after that, they've been smaller and smaller. From what I know, there's only one breeder, and like any other breeder, even for me with Rays, I'll hold on to stuff for a while before I release it onto the market. So probably when he decided after breeding it for some time, okay, I got the hang of it, I got good amount of stock built up, he sold out the first wave, and the first wave was the bigger ones. After that all sold out, he's only breeding them, and he only has little ones left, unless he decides to, okay, let me hold back a few thousand and set aside in tanks and ponds and grow them out. Other than that, maybe they're just selling out so quickly that he only has small ones. He can't catch up with the demand, or he's not breeding as much. I heard the volume he produces is not that high either. All right. But we have more coming.
Plus, the price is so high.
And the price was high. When I brought them, we sat on them for a while.
Yeah, but also the freight costs more, the price costs more. You're better off getting the smaller ones that we have. Wait, we don't have them now, right?
No, not yet.
But we're better off getting smaller ones and growing them out because the price doesn't even make sense.
No, but I do see what he's saying. The bigger ones looked amazing, beautiful, and I loved it. And actually, I didn't even want to sell. I didn't mind keeping them because they were so beautiful. I could enjoy them. But yeah, the price was up there. It was like, I think $300, $400 each. Now the small ones are much cheaper.
Scally Whiskey said, "What's the situation with the town? They're still giving you guys problems." No, I think we're in good terms now.
Yes, the ball's in our court right now. The architects are working on some stuff, and we had to have a surveyor come and do some measurements, and so after we do our part and submit the plans back to them, hopefully we get that stamp of approval, and then things could move forward.
You think it was submitting next week?
I think the architect said he needed 2 weeks from the time that we gave him all the information, and our bad luck was the surveyor had to come out like 2-3 times because he kept getting some dimensions wrong, and that's what held us back. If not, we should have been submitted to the town already.
Dub T said, "Is it safe to ship in 100-degree weather?"
Depends who's shipping.
Yeah, I know. We've been shipping at 110, 115. There's things that we have to do when it's too hot, and there's things that we have to do when it's too cold.
Correct.
So the only people that would actually know is probably the ones receiving it, right?
Yeah. But in general, it isn't safe, obviously. You have to be able to control the temperature to keep the fish alive. If you can't confidently control the temperature, then I suggest that you don't. And you know what? Truthfully, last year we didn't ship when it was over like 90s, right? It was just only this year we figured out how to do it.
Dude, when I was in Florida, I shipped every day.
Really?
Yeah. Hot,
Yeah.
cold. And we had to think about it too, because I say over there it's super hot, but if it's going to a cold place,
It's
what
tricky.
do? You put ice in it or you put a heat pack? It's going to get more hot, So it's very tricky.
Death Dealers is asking, do you have an estimate shipping cost of a Fly River to Washington State? Well, in general, they're not going to be that expensive because there's no real weight to it because we ship them dry.
I ship it in a brown box now.
But I would say it's still going to be about $50 to Washington. That's all the way on the other end.
50 to 65.
$50 to $65.
Fish House says, why Vincent stopped the hobby? Probably found something.
Better.
Yeah. Fish
So-
is well, actually, he told us he was going to start traveling, remember?
Yeah. From my experience, like I've known people who get into the hobby, they've gotten it all already. And he said this to me before. It was exciting at the time because he was building the collection. And after getting everything, now you had it. So now it's time to move on. I think that's, what it is.
Do you use cryo packs?
Ice packs, probably, right? It's
They cool when it's hot and heat when it's cold. Never heard of it.
I heard the name before, but I think those packs are not cheap. We're better off going with heat packs when it's when we need it, and ice packs when we need it. Unless we have to increase the price or add a surcharge for packing charges, then I think those kind of options was it didn't make sense. Probably those are used for like when they ship medical supplies and they have to keep it, regulate that temperature, so the medical industry can spend that kind of money on that type of packaging. But for fish, we can't.
Joshua Anderson said, I'm sorry, stream is cutting off. How much for freight for Fly River to Orlando? Probably around the same thing, 45 to 65. But if you guys are in Florida and you want to see us, we're going to be at Animal Con in September. I'm excited to go back to Florida.
Yeah. Paul S. is asking, how old is the youngest female stingray you ever got to breed? I think the youngest ever was probably like a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah, maybe like a pearl. They or any type of Matoro hybrid, they tend to mature quicker.
Is that in Daytona? I think it's in Orlando. Or they changed? They changed to Daytona? Animal Con?
No, it's Orlando.
Orlando? Okay. Need to do something in Boston Convention Center. I think once we're all set up here, we can start coming up with more plans. TZ4 GUV. How's the fish exhibit going? It's going well. We're waiting for the big water tote right now to come in, so we can start setting up the water around the whole shop. So it's easier for us to do water change. We don't have to keep dragging the hose everywhere.
Stream said it stopped. It's down to 73 people.
Well, it's 7 o'clock, so I don't know what happened, but
All right, so let's call it then, since
Yeah.
it's so much technical difficulties.
well, we tried. We're here for you guys. Again, we think we're doing the live for the members tomorrow, right? So we could look at the videos. Yeah, I think that's what John said, Friday. And hopefully next Thursday we'll be back at it, and hopefully no technical difficulties.
Well, maybe
that's it.
because the girls are here and Ryan's here and everyone's using their iPads.
Maybe
and using
they're over there like shutting it off so we can get out of here.
Oh, jump back up to 86.
All right, well, let's go. They're just sitting there waiting
Yeah.
for us too.
All right, and I got water changes to do. So we'll see some of you tomorrow, right? And everyone else next week.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
it.
All right,
Thanks
see you
for
guys.
watching, guys.
This is like so hot.
Ugh.